What's happening, everyone? Happy Friday evening. I know you all are ready for the weekend, and I am as well. I'm live at Fashion Show Mall on the Las Vegas Strip, and I'm ready to talk some NFL here with you really quick. And looking at that game on last night, the Bills 31-21. Obviously, a nip and tuck game for the first three quarters, and Tua fell to Dolphins again with an INT in the fourth quarter that sealed the victory for the Bills. Phenomenal game by Josh Allen and James Cook on last night. Phenomenal out of the backfield and catching the ball out of the backfield. Cook has been a major weapon for Josh Allen and that offense. Should the tush push be banned? I have said it for a couple of years now. I think the tush push should be banned. I don't think it's a football play. It's a rugby play. It has no part in the game. And look, I don't dislike the Eagles. I don't dislike the Bills. Heck, my Saints even ran the tush push in week one, right? I just don't think it's a football play. I think it has no place in the game. I don't think it belongs in the game. What 0-2 teams can still make a playoff run this year? Obviously, the Kansas City Chiefs, right? They've been to the last three Super Bowls. They're 0-2. Now, you're looking at that Chiefs schedule. They got a loaded schedule, right? I mean, they could finish like 10-7 this year and maybe get into the playoffs with a wild card. I definitely don't see the Chiefs team that we've seen here over the last couple of years. But they still have Patrick Mahomes. They still have Andy Reid, right? And look, they still have Chris Jones on defense. So I still think this team could get into the playoffs. I just don't see a team that's going to be a division winner on this season. Houston Texans, another 0-2 team that could possibly still get back in the playoffs. I know the Colts is off to a really good start in that division. They're 2-0. The Texans can possibly still come back and win that division. They got a heck of a defense when you got Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter as edge rushers, and Derek Stingley, one of the top five corners in the game. So I think Houston's going to have one of the better defenses in the league this season. So I think they could be a team that's 0-2 that could still get back in the playoffs. That's it. Those are the only two 0-2 teams I think can make a run and possibly make it to the playoffs. Let's look at some NFL predictions this week. The Bengals going with the backup quarterback, Jake Browning, right? And I think Browning's one of the best backup quarterbacks in the NFL, right? 2 years ago when Burrow got hurt, he came in and played admirably well. And I like the Bengals to go 3-0 here on the road against the Vikings. Look, the Vikings are playing Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz hasn't played in like 83 years, right? He hasn't been the same player since that 2017 season. I'm going with the Bengals to win on the road. The Bengals still have the weapons, and plus the Vikings are banged up on the offensive line. My Saints 0-2 on the road against the 1-1 Seattle Seahawks. Hey, look, that Seattle stadium is a tough place to play, Lumen Field, right? That crowd is going to be crunk in that stadium. And the Saints, I don't believe we can stop the run, right? And that Seattle just ran all over the Steelers defense this past weekend. Kenneth Walker, now Zach Charbonnet might be out. It might help the Saints a little bit, but I'm going with Seattle to win this game. I'm going to go 27-20 Seattle at home in that matchup. And then speaking of the Steelers, they're going on the road against the Patriots, right? The Steelers defense has looked awful the first 2 weeks of the season. They look old, they look slow, they lack physicality, right? I'm going to go with the Patriots and Drake May. That offense is looking pretty good. Kayshon Boutte at the wide receiver position, right? Ramondre Stevenson at the running back position. The rookie from Ohio State's been running the rock really well. I'm picking the Patriots in the somewhat of a mild upset. Both of those teams are 1-1. I'm going to go 24-21 Patriots in that football game. All right, I'll be back over the weekend with some more NFL predictions. But let's talk about some college basketball and NBA really quick. College basketball training camp is about a month away. And one of the favorites to look out for is the Purdue Boilermakers, right? Trey Kaufman-Renn and Braden Smith. They're going to have one of the best 1-2 punches of a point guard and a big of any team in the country. And they're well coached by Matt Painter. So watch out for the Purdue Boilermakers. They could be a top 3 team and a national title contender in college basketball this season. Barbershop conversation, right? Had this conversation in the barbershop here recently about LeBron James. When is he going to retire, right? He's had 23 very successful seasons at that, right? He's never had a bad season. You can either hate him, or you love him. But if you, with all due respect, he's had 23 successful NBA seasons, and no NBA player in history has ever done that, right? And look, I don't think LeBron is the best of all time. I have Jordan #1, but you got to give LeBron credit for 23 successful seasons. Never had a bad season. So my take is, I don't think LeBron's going to retire until you start to see his play dramatically drops, right? Is it this year? Is it next year? I don't know. I do believe this is his last year with the Lakers, though, right? So if he has a pretty good season with the Lakers this season, I think he looks to go to either the Dallas Mavericks next offseason or either the Golden State Warriors next offseason to see if he can maybe get another title or two with those teams, right? So I definitely think this is his last year with the Lakers. All right, everyone. Like I said earlier, I'll be back over the weekend. College football, NFL predictions. I got more of them. I gave you 3 games on this clip, so we'll be getting back to some more over the weekend. Y'all have an amazing weekend. As I always say, do something fun. Be blessed. Have a great weekend.